squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Huskers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Terrapins offense will go to work first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hayden. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the middle. Fires it incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
To the air on second down. A little screen to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So Nebraska's offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. This defense has... Now that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, Dave, and hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Wants to go up top on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab on the right. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. He's got it. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring.
Looking for more room. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhusker. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Setting up for the extra point and the time. And he makes the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. James Madison went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Dukes. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the Sun Belt is right now, and man, what a difference.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback when blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again, getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
same time as he...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, but they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they've not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie. Turning it on! You want to talk about running behind your pads as he fouls his way to the 35. And the Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Punts it out of the air. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Bully ball on third and short. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Dead center perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They'll open this drive, looking to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. There he goes. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the run. He's got it inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Terrapins are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Gets the back moving. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's caught. And the spin moves bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Field goal is good. And with the field goal, we're tied here in the second quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day.
Breaks into the open. Knocked down for the tackle. And the Terrapins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. Wants to bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. Fights off the defender. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right on target this time. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Bounced off his feet. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quick strike complete. Oh, what a move to get room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Adkins. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sidelines. Can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hayden. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Terrapins.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the air on 1st down. He's got it down the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. The Terrapins will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create.
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Callaway. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw all that. That's great.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Cornhuskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll run the toss. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Nebraska! They take the lead with the 6.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Got a man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Husker! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He'll try it again. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that...
He's got it on the outside. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 46.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Turning it on! That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Takes the easy completion. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Yeah, and we talk about tackling as a defense all the time. Third down, money down. They catch the football. Nice job breaking on it, getting them on the ground, and not allowing any yards after the catch.
Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And that's a play the defense had to have, right? You're down in the game. Offense wants to stay aggressive and go for it on fourth, and they're throwing it. All you got to do is get one stop, regain the momentum, give it back to your offense, and they could not come up with the play.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They want that clock to run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run it on first and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
And the offense is doing probably exactly what you want them to do. What do we need to do? We need to run clock. We got the lead. We're in a good situation to get points. Now, tick, 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 tick. The clock is my friend.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. And here's the third interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but one. Play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. Leads it with the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the ground with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Cornhuskers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Runs through a tackle. He almost punched it in for 6.
This offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle.
Touchdown, Nebraska! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. The Little Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now in this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like, habit, and what? Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Here's a throw downfield late. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Got his man on the right. There he goes. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Here's the pressure. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game tonight.
Going to sling it on second down. Here's a heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically, they've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays, just not able, though, to hook up.